So we're getting ready for Thanksgiving dinner. We're actually going to have it a week early at my sister's house or my niece's house because my nephew joined the Air Force and he came down for Thanksgiving. And so he's going back next week. So we're going to celebrate it early this week or this year. So I'm going to show you guys how I make my mother's ham. This is the way she made it. This is how I'm making it. And so I wanted to share it with you guys. So we have our ham here. So this is a 9-pound ham and we're going to be using this smoked ham. We're going to use some pineapple slices, some cherries, and I have 2 colors of cherries, and some honey, some whole cloves, and some brown sugar, and toothpicks. So these are the ingredients you're going to need to make your ham, and as Remy always says, anyone can cook. All right, so let's get started with this recipe. All right, so I opened up my ham, I washed it, I rinsed it really well, and then I pat it dry. And so now this, I actually added my own twist to this ham. My mom used to get the ham that was in the can, and I used to use that before, but then years later I decided let's just use the regular ham. So that's the difference between my mom's recipe and this one, is I'm using this ham here instead of the canned ham. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and cut some slits into our ham. We're gonna do little diamond shapes, and you don't wanna cut all the way through. You just wanna score it. And you're just gonna go like this. I don't have my tripod, so I'm doing this one-handed. So I'm just gonna go like this, do little lines, and then I'm gonna go the opposite way, like this. So let me do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so as you guys can see, I already scored my ham, and I just went with the knife this way and then this way, and I have little diamond shapes. So now what we're doing is we're gonna get our cloves, and they're whole cloves, and we're just gonna go in between these little areas where we have our diamond, and we're gonna put it throughout our ham. Now this is optional. You don't want to do this. You don't have to do this. This is what I feel gives it the flavor, is the cloves. You can put as many cloves as you want, and I'm just gonna put a few in here. Actually more than a few. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this all to my ham. So since I am going to my niece's house, I am taking it in one of these aluminum pans. But I normally don't cook it in an aluminum pan. Okay, you guys, so here is the ham already with all the cloves. And so what I did is I opened up some pineapple slices. Now I have 2 cans here. How many you want to use is up to you. I'm going to use 2 cans because a lot of people like the pineapple and the maraschino cherries on the ham. And so I want everybody to have a slice of ham with pineapple and a maraschino cherry. So we're going to reserve the juice of the pineapple, and we're going to use some of the juice of the cherries. So what we're going to do is I have my toothpicks here, and then we're just going to go ahead and line. We're going to put our pineapple on there. Then we're going to go ahead and grab a cherry. We're going to go ahead and put a cherry. We're going to put a cherry in the center of the pineapple, and then we're just going to put a toothpick right in there to keep it in place. And we're going to line it all the way around the ham. And if I have extra, then I just layer it all in the bottom here of the pan. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll do the glaze for the ham. All right, so here is my ham already with the pineapple and the cherries. And I had some extras, and I just laid them down right here in the bottom. And so there is no reason why I put the green ones there. It's just, you know what, color, Christmassy colors. I don't know, even those for Thanksgiving, but I wanted to change it up a little. But that's the only reason why I put the green ones there. But this is what the ham should look like so far. And now I'm going to work on the glaze before I actually put this into the oven. So let's go do the glaze. All right, so what we're going to do is we have here the pineapple juice that we had from those cans, and we have 2 cups here of pineapple juice from the can. And then we have the maraschino cherry juice, and that looks like it's about maybe, looks like we have half a cup there, so we're going to use that. And then I'm going to put half a cup of brown sugar, and then I'm going to do a third of a cup of honey. I'm going to put it all into my pot and let the sugar dissolve. Maybe let it go a little, reduce just a little bit, not too much. And then we're going to go ahead and pour this onto our ham. So let me pour everything into the pot, because you're pouring everything in, and we're going to mix it, and then I'll show you to what consistency we want it. All right, and here is our pineapple juice, our maraschino juice, and our honey and our brown sugar. And I did do the half a cup firmly packed brown sugar in here, and I might have used a little more honey than the third of a cup, only because I had a little left in the container, so I figured I might as well just use it all. So now our glaze has come to a boil, and I do have it on medium heat, and I'm just gonna let it boil for about 5 minutes. I'm not trying to reduce it that much, but I do want to let it boil for 5 minutes, and it will reduce just a tiny bit. And then once it's done for the 5 minutes of boiling and stirring here and there, I'm going to turn it off, and then we're going to go ahead and pour it onto our ham. All right, so here it is. It boiled for 5 minutes. It's still not thick or reduced down too much, but this is perfect for us. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and pour this onto our ham. All right, and I made some pumpkin dump cake. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pour it onto our ham. I'm going to just pour it all on there. All right, so I poured it on our ham. I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees, and we're going to baste it about every half hour. And I saw that for every pound of ham, it's 15 minutes. So I have a 9 pound, about 9 pounds, almost 10 pounds of this ham. So I'm going to say maybe a couple hours, an hour and a half, a couple hours, depends, I guess. But the ham is already cooked, so basically we're just warming it up, and we want that glaze to kind of look like a syrup on there. So that's basically what we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven at 350, and then I'm going to, every half hour, come in here and then just baste it. Also, we're going to cover our ham as well. So I have aluminum foil on there because I have it in the aluminum pan. But if you have a pan that you can put this in and has a cover, then just do that. All right, it's been half an hour, you guys, and now I'm just going to go ahead and baste this. Now, I don't have a baster. I didn't think about buying one, so I'm going to do it like this. But you want to baste this every half hour. Now, my mom, she did it only a couple times, but yeah, you want to baste it just to make sure it doesn't dry out. And so that's what you're going to do. Is just baste it every half hour, cover it, and then in the last, maybe last half hour, we're going to uncover it and let it cook without it so it can kind of crisp up. All right, this is going to go back into the oven. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So I've uncovered it now. I'm going to let it go on uncovered for about 30 to 40 minutes, or until this all gets nice and golden, and then I'll take it out. Here is our ham. It's all done. I went in there and I basted it the first half hour, and then I waited 20 minutes later and I basted it again, and I didn't baste it anymore. And then the last 40 minutes of it, I uncovered it, put it back into the oven, and let it finish cooking that way. It took about 2.5 hours, and look at how gorgeous this ham looks. This is my mom's retro ham, and I hope you guys give this a try. It was a big hit at our Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm going to make it again for Thanksgiving, or next week, Thanksgiving. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.